Okay, okay, okay. We are going on. Let's check the volume. Test, 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 test. Volume, volume. Okay. Sound, sound, sound. You're late. Yeah, I was running late. So, very, very bullish here. I'm gonna just delete some of these charts. So the break we had here, moved up higher, take out this high from yesterday. And we're basically making this whole move back up. Very, very bullish here. I want to see if we can take out this high first. But what I'm looking at is we're very bullish bias, but we're also in deep premium. So two things I look for. Like if I'm bullish bias, and I want to look for longs. I either look for longs at discount or when we take a internal liquidity. So it would at least need to take out this. For now, this is the only internal liquidity I see here, but it can also create structure. Okay, let me add this in. There we go. Cool. Okay. So, yeah, 15-minute flip here. It's still very deep in the premium. How's everyone doing? I'm going to load up here. Start up all my accounts and we'll get started then. Took some trades. Asia, that's it. I think we did a pretty good. If you were there with Asia with us, got a good hit on it. Very clean hit. But that's basically it. Nothing else too crazy yet. All right, let me just connect my trade copier and we'll get started today, chat. Okay, we're good. We're good to go. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, sorry, came a little late, but we'll make up for it by trading good, like we did yesterday and every other stream. Let me read chat. Big green from AM Desi alert. Dude, Desi is kind of cracked with that. Today he just alerted like a inversion long, and it was like basically near market open, and it just kept on going up. It's like if you play that from my Discord, went nuts. What would be the first thing you buy after a $5 million payout? I don't think I'm buying anything. I'm just gonna reinvest it. Because this month I might crack 250. I mean, I think I'm set for 200k payout, so like it's like a tenth of that. But I'm looking towards 250 as long as everything goes right, and like I don't blow up anything. Everything's working towards there. But yeah, something I always say, very bullish bias, right? Every 15-minute gap has been respecting. We have a draw higher here. I just can't long this up here. Just like yesterday, I couldn't short at the lows. I need to see a internal sweep or us to get back a discount. So I'll likely use this as a dealing range here. This low here. we would need to get under this low, and then we'll look longs under it. Or if we sweep it with the internal low too, we come back up, that's already swept. We can be safe for us to play upside, which makes it interesting because you can actually try a counter trend short-term shorts. So you guys notice on the overlay, we added fund index futures. I believe in them. I like them a lot. So we're gonna add them. They are new for futures, but they are not new to anything else like Forex. So that's something to keep in mind. Wow, we're dumping. We're dumping. Would I have played any shorts here? Like, I'm open to short-term shorts, but I don't think I can play longs here. Those are kind of where my head is at right now. Damn, what a deep drive. Alright, we'll connect everything up. Let's get started. Wow, we're slamming. This is like 100 points in the last 3 minutes here. I wanted to at least try to see if we can play shorts downside though, to take out these lows. It just happened really fast, and we just took out ES lows there. We still have NQ lows. Basically, what you want to avoid is just longing at where you shouldn't be longing. Commissions on funded next are crazy. Can you elaborate on that? What's the difference? Because I think it's the future prices. Unless it's micros the one that's different, because I don't really trade micros, so I wouldn't know. But I checked minis. I think it's $3 per side, which is not too crazy from the future standard. You don't think the 15-minute would hold? It can hold, but I doubt it because I would want this to draw lower to take out this internal low. So this 15-minute wouldn't be able to have a chance since we're so high up. But we don't need to say like, okay, if we flip this, we're going to be completely bearish. We can have the whole narrative in mind, which I guess in this case would be like, let's look at the hourly. What if this is a simple retrace here to rebalance these gaps and then move for higher? $6 round trip is a lot. What's the prices for just regular? I thought it was like $250 already. But you know, it's a trade-off. So like you think of these guys are charging, let's say 10% more commission. They also give you mini bonuses. They give you eval costs back to you when you pass, or when you pass and get a certain amount. It's like basically 2 to 3 times more than your what you paid for as a bonus. And then they also give you $1,000 bonus also on top of that if your payout takes longer than was it 24 hours? So like that's something that you have to consider. That's not like that's exclusive from the product offering. And I feel like people just like put that aside. $4 with a normal broker. Is that with Trade-Evate and everything? Let me see. I mean, I could check. Let's just look at maybe Apex. I'm sure I could just look at how much commissions I've been using if I did one contract. Because, yeah, this is firm, so I don't know what do you mean by normal broker. We have to compare it through, like, let's say Top Step, or should I just look up Top Step commission? No, so that's wrong. Like, look at this. Top Step is already 280 for all the fees. So if you multiply by 2, because it's like per side, it'll be 560 already. That's Top Step X. Let's look at Trade-Evate though. Damn, Top Step X is actually pretty high. 420. I think this is round turn. Oh, wait, is this round trip too? Round turn, is that round trip? So it's like 480 here. 428. So yeah, I guess it is a little bit higher. Why did they say round turn instead of round trip? That's funny. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they'll look to change that if it's over the standard. Let me see. Did you see the large bear sell-off? This is what you're talking about right now, where we just basically sold off to this turn low. I mean, we have SMT here, but I don't think this SMT holds because I would want the NQ and turn low to get taken too. Complaining about commission and not profitable. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to nitpick a lot of things. Like, you'd be like, let's say TradeFi, right? TradeFi has payout windows. Now they don't. Is that funny? Is that great? Just worry about trading, and I promise you, it would be much easier from there. Even like, I guess the funny part too would be like some people complaining about like live rules, like or let's say cap payouts, or let's say for Top Step cap payouts are 25,000 per account, and then you can withdraw up to 150,000 to live. That's 275,000 total. Some people think that's not enough. It's like, if you think that's not enough, what are you planning to make? Are you planning to make more than 300,000 before they switch you to live, which they can switch you any moment? It's kind of what I think about too. Like, try to have the priorities within reasonable, because if it doesn't affect you too much, it wouldn't be too much of a change. Because like, if it, let's say it changed your favor, would it help your trading? I don't know if it would dramatically. I'm just looking at the hourly. We have some hourly gaps below. I think we're gonna take out these gaps here. I don't know if this is necessarily fully bearish yet, but if we're looking at premium discount, I'm gonna mark this again. This low, this high, that's a dealing range. We're almost back to equilibrium, so we're still at premium right now. And I would not mind if we can leave this here, come back up, and then look for shorts on the move back down. I don't know if that happened though. I'm just looking for a setup here. I'm scouting. You saw JCap? Yeah, I posted about it. JCap and Manbeer, guys. Pour one for those two guys. They went nuts. Yep, that's the low taken. I mean, that's just basically like what I anticipate to happen. Because if I can't long here, what can I do? I would look for it to play the downside. Please make a detailed video about copy trading. I literally have a video. Tyler's in the building again. I need Tyler to give me a trade. I literally just got on to. I haven't really looked at price too much. I was running late, but we took this low out. This is one of my criterias. If I'm bullish bias, to look at longs. If we get a long setup here, a low time frame confirmation, I'm willing to give it a try. This is no longer in play here. PW said he'll ban any firms who plays along with Patek. Do you hear what he's saying though? He said he will ban any firms. No, he's gonna not partner or discontinue his partnership. He doesn't have the power to ban anyone other than chooses not to work with them. But it depends. Like, this is the unknown here. Michael Patek, top CEO, broker the idea of let's maybe create like a somewhat of a union. Like, let's regulate the prop firms, and let's get all the prop firm owners together, and then we can keep it clean, keep it thriving, keep it. It's just so subjective. He's like, how would you do that? Would you do that by banning cheaters? I would agree with that. But would you do it by like? Then it goes like, you have to go through customer privacy data for each firm, which I don't know if that's even allowed. If that's allowed, the customers wouldn't even want that. And the second part is like, would they rally together to push out or blacklist any firms they don't like any new firms, and protect themselves? Will they change rules and then kind of do it as an industry instead of like one firm changes rule, you don't like that firm anymore? What if they have a collective board where everyone changes rules, so you don't even have a choice whether you like it or not? Ooh, I feel like this is gonna rip here, guys. If we get a setup somewhere, I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm looking at 15-minute. We took this 15-minute low already. I think ideally, you just simply let this play out here. Come back up. I feel like I asked them the right questions. Like, okay, are you going to be transparent with everything you do? Are you going to let the public see? Are you going to voice every concern? Because transparency is very important for this part, especially with the prop industry. If they try to do things behind the scenes, it's not a good look. And the second part is like, can non-prop firm owners be part of this kind of board? So I mean, I don't mind being part of it, but if I can voice everything that happened to my audience. So like, let's say they're like, oh, we need to change this. I'm like, I'm gonna go straight on YouTube, on Twitter, be like, these guys are doing this, by the way. I just want to let you guys know. Wait, was that spike related to China news? Someone talking about China. Oh, Tyler passed my fund at next to. Nice. I'm gonna try to come up with you, man. I think I'm gonna try to avoid this, because if that's related to like a little bit news, it's getting a little bit back and forth there. I'm gonna. Took my entry off the 30-minute 2:30 fair value gap. 2:30 fair value gap? Oh, that must be yesterday then. Anyways, yeah. How we doing? Oh, 2:30 a.m. Okay. I was like at 2:30 p.m. What the heck? So, I mean, I'm not opposed to trying to look for longs, but if we don't get any confirmation whatsoever, we just keep on selling off. That just no go. And likely, if we get this closure in 2 minutes here, we could also look for a potential short, because we're getting a closure through this up close candle. That could be a chain state delivery. That could be a breaker right here, and you retrace back up. You would expect that to fall for lower. And you look at the session indicators here. You see Asia, we just came up. London came up. And New York starting, spiked up. And now PM is just really trying to come back down here. So lots of things that I'm not too confident. I feel like I can see the direction, but we need confirmation. That's the most important part here. Please make a video about different price action chop and consolidation. That's gonna be the plan. It's gonna be more about price delivery. I think that's the final piece to really completing everything I look for. But it's gonna require some time. But chat, look at this. Huge milestone for the prop industry. Two traders secured 2.5 million each. So JCap 2.55, and this is the last payout. They also got like I think like 70,000 from regular payouts, same as Minbeer. 2.4. So like in total, like these guys probably took like, man, we probably took 2.8 or something. JCap probably took closer to 3 or higher. So that went nuts. I don't know what the count size Minbeer had actually, but this is the final payout, and JCap was slightly higher. Crazy, man. And Tyler, the GOAT himself too, he came over from Forex, so he's not experienced trader, or not he's experienced trader. I mean, came over Forex with very strong experience already, and now popping off on futures. That's pretty classic there. I think that's basically what JCap did. He was like more of a Forex trader, and came over futures and then just dominated. JCap said he paid 150K for the accounts or something like that. 150K for what? Like the fees and activation and all that? Are you serious? Tyler, are you under review, or are you still pending? Oh, the 150K, yeah. Then it's like 2750 times 20, which is I think like about 55K per 8 days. So he did that 5 days, right? Let me just break the math out here. If you just had 20 accounts, right? 2750 times 20, you need to do it 5 times. So he got this amount, and then plus the 2.5 million. But in that other amount, they also take a 10% split, because it's not 100% all the way. It's up to 25,000 per account. So this is fully 100% split. But once you go to 2.5 million, let me see here, 2.5 million. Divide by, I guess you'll do 1.1, right? Is that how you do it? Or do you, well, no, you divide by 0.9. 25. Yeah, that's the right number. Divide by 0.9. That's how much he made in profits before the split. And then the 275. It's give or take, because it should be 25,000 per account, so it's 500,000 no profit split. So like if I did the real math, you have to take 100% of the 500,000 and then the rest 90%. So I would give an estimate. He did like about 3 million right there. Oh, My Funded Futures offered Tyler a job. Can you tell us the compensation, or is that exclusive? Like, are they gonna pay you? Because think like this, you're gonna do much more. They're gonna benefit you, or they're gonna benefit much more than you'll benefit them. I mean, like, what price would it be? Like, let's say if they want to recruit me, like for 1 hour every single day, that's a tall task. A job to basically live stream for a funded firm. But you know, we're gonna also work on getting Tyler on this stream, and then we're gonna get Desi, Lanto, get rotating up. For me, I just prefer my own thing. All right, so breaker for here on the 15-minute, right? Let me see. Should be moved up a little bit. Break on the 15-minute, and then this would also become more of a chain state delivery here, which we see after a closure through the up close candle. So any price action that does come back up, I'm going to be watching for this to see if this can reject for lower. But in any case, if we don't reject, we just confirm higher and higher, you would need a low time frame confirmation here. If it doesn't, I think we're going to try to go for highs. And this is simply a premium discount internal range bound for higher. Tyler just turned 30. Dude, I feel, you know what? I feel old already, even though I'm just 23. Turning 24. It's because I've been trading for 5 years now. So I've been trading since I was 18. I feel old now. There's a lot of young people coming into space too. Some of them are killers. 23 is so young. I think it's just because the people I surround myself with too. Like a lot of people are older, but then also some people are younger. And then I don't know. I'm just thinking about like, is young relative, but like, shit. Sometimes make me feel old because I'm like 5 years in the game right now, and then let's say another 5 years, I'll be like, I've been trading for 10 years now. I feel old. You know the best part? If I have a child, there's no way I'm not gonna get that child into trading. That'll be the first step. Get that child a payout, fund his own custodial account, and then by the time he or she is 16, 17, 18, he's gonna have a boatload of earned cash already. Something like that. We're coming back up. I feel like this is like where it gets somewhat indecisive for me because we did take out these internal lows. These are perfect here. If you're bullish bias right now, this is actually perfect for higher. I think what I want to see for very like a high probability setup, because I can anticipate both things right now. We can go retrace for higher for lower, or we could just sweep this low and go for higher. But what if we can cancel one of them out? The only thing we can cancel out right now is this breaker here. So if we get a move to invalidate this breaker here, any rate trace I think would be ambitious or very clear longs for higher. I'm just gonna watch the lower time frame and see what we can work with here. $420 activation fee. Yeah, one thing, I know you're new to future space. One of the firms that maybe I should make a list to avoid certain firms. ETF is one of them, and I have history of them because it's sad to say, but ETF was the first firm I traded with 3 years ago. I traded prop firms for two and a half to 3 years now. ETF was the first one that also got me payout. They were very good, but they competed with Apex. Apex has 20 counts with intraday trailing drawdown. ETF tried this 20 count too, but they had end of day drawdown. Guess what happens? They have the same price point. One of them got killed and milked. So they suffered a lot. They suffered their reputation years ago. They suffered their finances, and then they have to deny a lot of people big money. So it's just not the best look. What about FFF? Is that Fund of Futures Family? I feel like it's too soon to say, but I don't really like the firm either. Why? There's one thing I want to like. The rules sucks because they'll like if you go over their scaling plan, which is not strict. So let's say like you're only allowed to trade 3 minis, but somehow that account allows you to trade 10 and there's no restriction on it. If you go 4 minis and you hold for more than 10 seconds, that account is breached. And that in itself is just predatory, right? Because you see Top Step, any other firm, you try to click more sizes than you can allowed, they reject the order. So they could easily do that. But in a way, they're like, okay, if you make a mistake and you forget about it or something happens, we're just going to use that to breach your account. So when you think about predatory rules, that is the most predatory I can even name. This is giving me shorts right now. If we can get a low time for a flip, this is such a large wick too that makes it means I want to see a false drive higher and then a flip back down. I think shorts are the move right now because that's what I see with this breaker. This should also be a change delivery here. But when you can make the case for both sides, because like, if this low was not taken, I think I would have looked for shorts to at least take out this low. But this low is already taken, so this gives me that narrative like potentially we could just move to take out this low and then move higher. But now we already formed the breaker, so like I have cases for both sides right now, and I want to look at what I could do. Even look the hourly. Does the hourly fair value gap not look very bullish in a way, where it's a simple retrace to take out one of these lows inside the hourly fair value gap and potentially move back higher? If I can make that case, like I'm playing both sides here, and I need more clarity. Breaker never lie. That's the thing too. I want to believe in the breaker too, but when you're looking at what you're seeing right now, it's not the easiest to just say this is gonna work, this is gonna fail. And as a learning lesson, something like I would tape read this. If this low was not taken, I think I'll play shorts to take out this low, and then that'll be the draw here. Let me to draw. I think shorts is still the move though. We're still 1 p.m. in. It's not too bad yet. I'm disappointed in funding ticks. They give you a funding account in 2 days, they said. Is that real? I haven't passed my... I've been forgetting to do evals because one thing is like I always trade funded, and then like when I need to do evals, I usually dedicate a week for it. But I'm like all on funded mode right now. And funded next also. I'm trying to do the evals, but I keep on forgetting. Two days for funding. Just keep in mind, these are Forex firms that are coming to futures. They're only been around for like a month now. Funded Next only been around for a week. Any technical issues, I promise you, give them time to cook. If you were there for My Funded Futures, it was the same case. There was a lot of rules that they didn't understand yet. And look how My Funded Futures is now. I think they're one of the top firms for experienced and new traders. Because they got time to cook. And they had activation fee. They had all these other like micro scalping. They had DCA, but over time they learned like that this is not needed anymore. Because Forex and futures are two different things. It may sound similar, but the price point, their model, everything is completely different. Funded Next uncapped payouts plus 1K if not paid in 24 hours. So that is such a bold statement because like imagine if Apex did that. They'll have to pay out like hundreds of traders because Apex can't handle quick payouts. They take the longest time. So you have a firm saying, we'll actually give you a bonus if you don't get paid within 24 hours of requesting. That's already fast enough. They're expecting to process your payout within a few hours. So they're like, if at most 24 hours, I would think like maybe like 2 days, 48 hours would be already reasonable, but they're going with 24 hours here. So that's why you see prop firms, you see influencers who are affiliated with the prop firms, they're a little scared here. They're like, these are going to hurt our pockets because they're offering something that we can't even attempt to do. We're really ejecting from this breaker. Let me see if I could play hindsight. Could I have taken a short here? I think no, because I would also still want to see internal low get grabbed, fail, and then that we get a low time frame confirmation, we flip lower. That'd be very easy to play there, like more of an A setup. But it gets messy when you have this internal high, that wick high. I think someone said it was like China related. How much percentage limit up and down for TPT? I think TPT is like the one that are pretty easy to do. I think it's up to 7%. think you need more investigating further. So if you just want more info, I did lay out all the information in my last video. It's called Forex Giants Coming to Futures or Entering Futures. Trust me, if I cover both firms too. So if you're like curious, like, okay, I don't know how this works, look at that, and then there's a detailed video. Thanks. I really try to make it, if it's a serious video, I spent a lot of time on. If it's like a video like just doing a recap or just covering prop news, I just do it like in a few hours, in 2 hours, 1 hour. But that video took me like 15 hours, I think 15, 14 hours. It was like a 2-day production, just because I want to get everything there, and actually like research and ask them information. Took a long process. Stab, I got you. That's probably my next educational video. I think I need to think about it more. Let me do your video editing. That would be appreciated. I mean, I do need a video editor. I just need to find the right one. Someone that could understand ICT. Someone can understand how I trade, especially to someone who could understand prop firms seamlessly. Those are what I'm looking for. I've been just doing my editing myself, which I don't mind doing, but just time consuming, and that time could be used to make more videos, make educational video, make more things. Yeah, feel free to message me. I'm open to it. Yeah. Wow. Look at this 4 hour. Holy crap! This is like a 300 point wick here on the 4 hour. Have the dude on the chat do a free video. I mean, I feel like that's the thing. Like, I need someone that could show results. So, like, maybe you clip something from stream, or take a video, sample video, to show me like what you could do to edit it, and then like, because everyone's like, oh, I can do this for you, I can do this for you, but like, I just want immediate, like, make it intriguing. But we're also trying to build a bigger team for Smart Prop Firm. You know, the prop firm that we does the cash rebates. We list the prop firm partners. We do the payout denial protection, and then soon we're gonna be making it more of a big Discord community type of thing too, like just for prop traders. And eventually we're gonna start kind of interviewing people who could work with us, for like staff moderators to work with things. Stuff like that. So we have a 15-minute unicorn being made now. This is no longer just a simple breaker. We actually have a unicorn with a scap here. This is the mindset here. If we can take a drive inside the 15-minute fair value gap inside the breaker, you get a low time frame flip. This would be that setup that you're looking for. You put your stop above the breaker and let it run down, which will still be premium discount. Peter Brandt is just all over me, man. I think he's the only one, or he's I'm the main target when he's talking about prop. It's kind of crazy. How would you play this 15-minute unicorn? I kind of described it. We drive in here. We see a rejection. Wait for a low time frame on the 1 minute confirmation. Take it, put your stop above the breaker, let it play to the next internal low, which honestly would be the 930 low. And if you are unsure what I mean by that, that would mean you probably didn't watch my daily trading video. This will be a very simple smart model setup. Damn. I mean, the breaker did play out though. If you guys are able to play the breaker, they're just very... when you say it's a 5-minute breaker, listen, that could be anything. Like this is also a 5-minute breaker. This is a 15-minute breaker. I could probably find a 1-minute breaker here too. All that matters is I like to be on the 15-minute chart when I'm trading the 1 minute. It's like time frame alignment perfectly. You would put your stop always above the breaker. So it'll be the breaker high here, 373. So ideally you get like a entry, let's say 336. This would be like a 40-point stop, but since it's a 15-minute setup, you'll play for all the way to this low. But if you want to reconfigure that, I'm just going to show here. What if price, instead of, this is the 15-minute direction, what if we just slowly come back up like this, and then we make a like another breaker here, and it'd be the same way, right? Then you could still the same thing, same guidance here. You take your short, but you don't have to put it above the breaker high. You can just put it at the 1-minute breaker. So that's how I'll align it the same way that I showed here on the 15-minute, but this will be the 1 minute here. So this is a swing move on the 15-minute. If you look at the one, maybe it looks like something like this, like move up, retrace, move up, retrace, move up, retrace. Get a 1-minute breaker. It aligns with the 15-minute. Then you'll be able to do a tighter stop into the 15-minute, which would mean the same thing. And that's what I go over in the video too. What's your take on the whole prop firm cartel thing? It really depends on what the goal is. If the goal is just to communicate with all the prop owners and then, like, let's say shun a bad actor, like Fast Track Trading was a clear one. Like if they all rally together to not, I guess, to put message on a firm that's denying payouts, which they would need like a vote for it. You can't just be like, okay, Michael Tech's saying that because he's feeling threatened. They would need a vote for even the audience too, like the community members. So it needs to be very public. You got to be transparent, and it has to be people that are not a prop owners to be involved too. That would be the only way where I'll be like, this is more positive. But if it's just a board of only prop owners, I don't know how that would be more beneficial than detrimental. The goal is 200% to share user trades and trading patterns. Pateka said, oh, I don't know if I really support that, to be honest. But listen, if Michael Tech is the head of this, any shady thing he'll do, he'll catch a lot of backlash for. He might even ruin trust for Top Step. So you gotta tread very carefully. You know, as a community, as a prop community, we want to make sure our voice is heard. Well, have you bought Tesla yet? I do have plans for maybe in a year for. It's not because of like a monetary thing. It's just like I just don't really need a upgraded vehicle at the moment. You just look at like the income I have, the earnings I would do work hard for. Like if you took like 3 years ago, I'm probably doing 10 times more, but the expenses are pretty much the same. I don't really do anything more than that. Yeah, we're just moving lower here. I think this wick here was throwing me off. It makes it disgusting. And that was the one that really drove into the breaker too. The 130 wick here. Because if you look at this at the breaker here, we didn't even tap in the breaker besides this wick here. So that was your only opportunity. And I don't really like that. Look out, ES. This leaving this breaker in this 15-minute fair, I think eventually we're going to try to run back above and then move lower. You're too rich, just get it. I don't. I feel like for me, I'm not into monetary things like that. The only thing I'll be more it's been switched. So I think like it started like I think this year, maybe last year as well. Maybe let's say within the last 1.5 years, I've been investing more on food. So the quality food and paying for restaurants, like better restaurants too. That's like the only thing that I've been changing, I guess, now that you have more success. Nothing lavish, nothing luxurious. It's just preference. I don't want things to change who I am just because I have more success now than last year or 2 years. That's why like if I had like a I've been trading for 5 years. If I had a year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, nothing really changed for me. It's just the income, the success has been higher, higher, higher. But besides that, nothing really changed. What car do you drive? Drive a Mazda. Mazda from high school. What do you guys think? If you guys were to play this right now, are you more bullish or bearish here? The chart is starting to flip bearish, but I feel like we're going to try to move higher, at least get a deep drive in here. So I'm somewhat leaning short-term upside, or just anticipating it more so. Wait for the 4-hour candle close. Yeah, it's going to open real soon here. Look at this candle here. This is such a disgusting candle because you have such a... It opened up here. It ran up like 200, 300 points. 300 points. And it just came straight back down. We're about to close where it opened up. Trade find no more payout windows. It's a good touch. We're if you and you're bullish here, every kind of low time frame, the 1 minute has not been respecting for the bullish and just been respecting for the bearish P to raise, which kind of ruins the case if you're kind of looking for a drive higher. Wow, what a deep drive. I feel like also if we could have played short right here somewhere with this 15-minute closure at 1 p.m. and then maybe try to go back in that inversion, 15-minute inverted fair value gap, play shorts all the way down to this low, that would have been gold, and I think that would have been like the highlight of what I would think of price action day. But they were likely gonna let the 4-hour open first. 2 minutes. But yeah, top step or Michael Tech more so than top step. I guess he's trying to cook up something. I hope it doesn't show a lot of backlash. I hope he does it in a route that is kind of smart and more beneficial to traders, because that's what he says. Like, it's still supposed to help traders. You need to remove all conflict of interest. So that's why you need to add non-prop owners. You need to make it as transparent as possible. And every decision, let's say, should be voted by the prop people too, the prop community, or at least have representatives that are not prop owners, because if you're a prop owner, you're going to likely make changes to protect your business. But if you're a prop trader, you will also you're looking out for the prop traders. So like that's why like maybe at least 50% of the board should be prop traders as well, representative. And I don't mind trying to do that. Like, I don't need a voice or a power, but I just want to be able to showcase every single thing that goes on in whatever's happening there. Every single detail, man. It has to be public to do it in a way that is not seen as you're just kind of destroying the competition or you're being threatened. I mean, I think that's a narrative that people are going with right now. X community where everyone can join, but only certain members can speak. That's not bad at all. It could be like, you know, they could start like prop firm, futures prop regulations or union or something like that, and they could be the leader of it. But you know, you also have all the community members which could vote too. I think that the point is you need to give power to the people. If you can give power to the people, this becomes a good project. Wow, this is... I'm just looking at charts. I can see potential setups, but I don't think I'm getting it yet. Like, even this short up here, you would think this was the wick here, but if you look at the 1 minute, that was like a news wick. So I doubt anyone would just enter because of the news wick here. And when you look at this candle, like, we didn't even tap back inside the breaker. Making things somewhat difficult on us. I'm just waiting to see if we could have a potential confirmation for upside right now, because we're getting into discount. So like I'm looking at you know, we're looking at the dealing range here, which is from this basically from open New York open here all the way up to New York highs. We're back at equilibrium. We're actually at discount right now, so that's why I'm like somewhat leaning towards like this probably plays for upside right now. Guys, would you want to try long somewhere if you get a setup down here, or would you wait first? I need to see this out. I think we're close. I think we have maybe one more leg down, and then we have a sharp able to just play downside pretty well, or upside pretty well. I mean, I think we're just getting very close though. Big push here. Let's drop them 30, see what we can work with. We're spiking. I need to see what we can do here. I need more confirmation. Moving higher from here. Big push. I think we're gonna try to move back to the breaker. Let me see if we can find longs. Confirmation on the low time frame here. We're basically gonna flip this. The draw looking higher right now, so I want to try to go for entry that aligns with this. We could see somewhat like a breaker here too. Good closure right now, so. And I want to try to look for a low time frame long setup here though. We're gonna get this breaker here too. I'm not getting any retracement. For this is probably the only thing. If we get a retracement in the breaker, I'm gonna try to see if we can join in. I'm pretty long bias here. It's holding really well. How do we just move up without giving any retracement whatsoever? That's not the most fun. Some of you guys are short right now. I mean, feel free to. I think at least bare minimum we want to try to come back up here, and then you can look for shorts above here. So if you're shorting now, I feel like it's somewhat dangerous. This is my take there. There's no retracement on this move. That was disgusting. We can possibly even get a 5 and a breaker here too. Send this back up. I want to see if we can get longs here. Maybe not long if we just nosedive here, but like if we can hold this area, I'm gonna go in the first low time for the first 30 seconds I see. As long as we respect this breaker, I'm game for it. First tap, and then it's been so stubborn with like clear retracements. Been very shallow. Wouldn't this be a short model as well? It's only gonna be a short model if we can drive in. So the meter draw is still this 15-minute setup here. On ES, it's a different story. ES is still already drove in. This makes it very conflicting because I was more bullish down here because the risk reward was cleaner, but now we're here. Is like it could go either way, and that's why like could I have longs down here before this move higher? We inverted both hourly fair value gaps. I don't know if we did. Oh, you talking about this one? I won't even count this one. We inverted the fair value gap. That doesn't mean we are automatically bearish. We also rebalanced back inside here. But I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad short right now. Short would be ideal up here if you're looking for NQ. So if we can't get a good long setup, but we confirm short, it's going to be the same thing we did yesterday. We tried longs, but we couldn't get it. So we just flipped short, and then it worked out. Damn. Chat, what do you guys think? I need chat bidding again. Like, for shorts, can we not just drive this first? I want to see if we can get longs up there. I mean, this is already a breaker unicorn. I think this sends us up. This should be enough to send us up to this unmitigated 15-minute gap inside this breaker. And after that, we can try to play downside. And that would be the best route here. I can see both arguments for both sides. If you could see both arguments, I think that's where you're being like a responsible, in a way, trader. Where you're not like married to the bias. You're actually like looking like, what are the potentials here? He said long, short, short. It's so 50-50 in the chat too. Like if it's 50-50 in the chat this hard. Let's see for one more drive, guys. Because ideally this is also very bullish on the higher time frame. Wow. Let's see. We're about to drive here. If you were to play this breaker here, I hesitated a little bit because I want to see it do a deeper drive. But this is ideally the case here. You're looking for long size breaker. You play for a drive to this 15-minute gap, and then you could look for you can hold through it if it does continue, or look to close out and then look for a potential flip. That's my eye right now. We're just stubborn. Just know that you can't play short if there's no if the low time frame is not aligning with it. Right now, it's actually holding up better for upside. So breaker here, retrace back down. We try to slam back up, and then if we get a short setup somewhere like this, then we play downside. And this could be much higher too. PM has not been that good at getting good price action lately. It's been pretty poopy. All right, we're about to get drive in here. So those who took the breaker, you're looking pretty decent now. I just don't want chat to be married to a bias. This is so nimble right now, where you should be looking at both sides. Because I swear to God, I saw people in the chat saying, this is short, this is short, this is short. They're screaming like, this is obviously short here. And price is just continuously going up, and they're stuck in shorts. You gotta play what you see. Anyone know CPT 150K when the trailing ends? It's equivalent to your drawdown to profit. So if your drawdown is $4,500, once you get above 4,500, the trailing stops, and then it becomes static, like you said. Dude, this is crazy. Why is NQ just being held down here? Nicely done from Tyler. He's dominating TPT. I'm also getting payouts for them. They haven't processed. I kind of forgot to withdraw last night, so I did this morning. It's my fault on that because I should have done it last night and they would have processed by now. But I don't know if I'm going to trade it until it's processed. We'll see. When they bring you live, so for TPT, you either got to make 10K in one day, or you do 10 to 20,000 in one account, and then they'll make you move live. Then that's like what they said. So for those who are playing shorts right now, this is still like a bullish breaker right now. We're setting this up, and the draw right now is this 15-minute unmitigated fair value gap. If you can get a short setup confirmation in here, then I feel like it's fair play. But until then, this is gonna try to drive up higher. Oh shit! I should trade my fund in next guy. I keep on forgetting. Why am I forgetting all the time? I need to get this funded, man. Uncapped payouts are gonna be huge. They might be the one that pushed me up to above 200,000. If I can pay for maybe next month, maybe not this month because it's gonna take a while already. Might be too late. And it really got shorts. I think shorts is better on ES or on NQ than ES. Lanto is in the building. Big dog Lanto. I need a Lanto special. You're going to words of wisdom. Nice. We need a trade from Lanto, guys. Spam Lanto. Give us a trade. Me no likey. We're gonna have to just muscle through it. Chat, like the stream. We'll do a big giveaway in the stream. Ooh. The breaker's still holding the 15 minutes, so that kind of compels me to like look for it. Especially now that the long bias drew into it. This is exactly what I wanted. Ideally, maybe a bigger drive like ES here. And then also look for a low time frame setup. But I'm looking at this here. So if we can get a nice closure through this low, that could be what I need. ETH, you're up 8%. I saw crypto went nuts. I don't know what happened. Oh, 1,700. Dude, Lanto bought at like 1520, 1550? Shit. Take that profit and then just... No, Lanto's gonna hold for like 20, 30, 40, 50%. This is not bad though. If you're like looking at short setup, we're building decent liquidity up, so like I still want to drive higher first get a nice flush, and then we can play. We will likely fill this whole gap too, so that makes it even better if we can do that. How can you say it's bullish? Did you check the 4 hour? I'm pretty sure the 4 hour is also saying bullish. Unless you're just saying that this candle here is giving you bear signature. This looks still bullish to me. Ideally, you want to retap inside this 4 hour, but for now, what we see is still looking bullish. Jad, do we want to take shorts here? It's getting held here pretty hard. I'm contemplating like trying to do starters, stop above the breaker, of course. It's such a that's way too big of a stop actually. I think we want to add to it and then slowly get in there. I need to see this spike higher. This would be equilibrium actually. If we were down looking at this high to low dealing range. This is gonna spike here now. I need to see it a little bit higher, at least the midpoint of it first. ES is already pushing. That's kind of crazy. And then if we can get a flip, we're good. So again, the people who tried shorts were getting decimated. Why? Because you're shorting without confirmation here. In an area that's like under discount, which is not the best either. I think here is the appropriate area. I think if you guys want to try a starter, this is probably the spot to like at least dip your toes in. I'll get the Kava order from yesterday. Atlanta loves Kava. I want to see a confirmation here though. NQ is a little bit better for this. See what we can do. Big spike there. We're just driving through. One thing I don't like always is like if we just spike through it, we're not getting any confirmation. So I'm looking to see if we can flip somewhere, but we're not even doing that. So that's why it's kind of like a no-go. Big spike though. This was the previous hourly that got flipped also, by the way. So, yeah, just waiting now. I'm going to drop down to 30. If we can flip this 30-second, that's where I'll start. Is that also... Yeah, we got to equilibrium again. Not bad. It's not bad. Just a matter of time now. if it wants to turn. If it can't even flip a 1 on low time frame, is not ready yet. So decent retrace. If we can flip, I'm gonna add my starters in, and then we get a nice setup. We're gonna add through. Of course, you don't want a closure above 373. I think that's not ideal right now. We play shorts. Still holding this pretty well. Nothing yet. Back and forth, so we're looking at this high too if we want to take that out. So we do have slight SMT here. If we don't take the high, that'll be SMT from NQ. Trying to hold still, but I think I know the plan though. Any flip on the 1 or 30-second, I'll try to get my starters in, get like a size in, and then if we can really expand through it, we're gonna add to it all the way down to basically I feel like these liquidity here is gonna be my target. Even this, yeah, this swing low would be perfect actually. So you're looking for shorts here. Stop is like a little bit higher than this high, and you're looking for TP all the way down here if this plays out. It's holding very well, even the low time frame. Can't say nothing about it. Yep, nothing yet. I'll mark this out. The 30-second is always tricky to mark, yeah, because I only have in the 1 minute. That should be better. Still holding. Nothing is flipping yet. Consolidating really nicely though, but the moment we do flip would be ideal. We already have S&T, so I don't require this to get taken anymore. It's just very choppy right now. Starters aren't too terrible here, I feel like, either. But it just consolidated. You better wait for the confirmations to add in. You do have some downside targets, which is good. ES is actually about to close through this. so far so bullish. And that makes me regret not just trying to take this long here. If we took this long here, we would have got like 70 points higher pretty easily too. Because we had the first draw relative highs. Now we're trying to get the scraps, which is the flip here. This is hindsight though. Can't really do much about hindsight. I'm going to consider trying to starter if we can get a closure under here. We're holding this area and lots of wicks of a closure back in. Still inside the 15-minute bearish beat array. So we got a closure through. It's like a very shallow area. I can't even see. Wow, a big spike. Consider adding, but no, just moving pretty fast here. Want to see this whole thing here flip. This just might not be bearish though, if we're just refusing to even set anything on the lower time frame. And that's already moved higher, and yes, and he's moving higher too. Still choppy, so like you're not trying to be impulsive here. You're waiting for clear direction, which is most likely the closure. I think the closure will tell you everything. So you see, like, if you look at these two here, these are where the candles are closing right now. Lots of wicks above, a few wicks below, but no substantial closure yet to identify that we're gonna be moving a certain way. But here's the thing though, we can see a potential breaker being formed on low time frame if we can. I need to delete some stuff. If we get a nice closure under this low. Nothing yet, nothing yet. We're spiking. But I don't know why my mark is not showing. This will be the closure I need to see now. Still just grinding up, so you don't want to step in front of this yet. Let's see if we get closure. That's the only thing I see right now. I missed the long opportunity. I should have got it though. That's like something I'll have to look back, like why we didn't want to take this really. Maybe because it was like a shallow retracement. But yeah, missed opportunity because we would have rolled this up pretty well. Maybe not. Maybe we got trailed out somewhere, but at least it'll be a pretty decent play. It's not saying to do anything yet. This is the most chop I've seen in a while. Or just a consolidation here. Very tight chop. Lots of wicks. This is like the problem I'm having too. Like we're having so many wicks and the closure is not really showing too many details yet. But I think we'll get some soon. I'm not looking at chat too much because I'm just kind of not trying to get distracted. I want to see what we could really do. And what I need to see happen is closure under 344. I think that's a must here. Spike. Pie's taken now. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look at chat now. I think we're gonna just not look at shorts right now. If we can't even get any confirmation, it's just so slow. Let me look at chat. I was like kind of off of chat for like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes from when it was moving. That was just stupid slow. So like if you feel like this is a bearish PD right here and you want to see respect, you would also want to see respect on the lower time frame. And as you can see, we couldn't even see it anywhere. So that just shows how bad that setup or how invalidated any short ideas was for that. We have Tesla earnings today. Is that true? How's Tesla's doing? Tesla is like kind of a balancing here. I guess that this earnings, if it's earnings today, it's gonna make or break them. Yeah, I want to give you guys a setup, but I don't really see too much playing out right now. Wow, we actually just straight rebalance the whole thing back up on the hourly ES as well. Oh, hold up. Do we see something here? Can we get something here? Closure, transit delivery. If we retrace back up, that's also something. If we get a closure under 343, that's also a breaker. I'm gonna give it a shot with a stop previous high here. You're looking for either closure down, retrace, or you're looking for retrace back up, down. So we have the change delivery. I'm tagging in there. I'm gonna try to put my stop above the high. Let's just see. It will look something like this right now. I think that should be, I'll put it at 7 day at least. Ideally, we run down to these lows. We'll just see. And we'll try to add in or scale in. If you want to wait for the breaker, you can also do that. Let's see. You gotta tap that in change delivery. Let's see if this closed too. I'm gonna watch NES as well. My target's gonna be the swing low. That's gonna be my main target. Not looking too shabby. This is still it's been bullish, but we're getting a flip right now. This is the first flip I've seen. Not the strongest flip, but a 1 minute change delivery with the wick of this high already, so that makes it a fair game. I need to see if this plays out. I'm giving a risk here with about 15 points. Stop. very similar setup to what I did yesterday and the day. It just, I don't like too much that we get so deep inside this PD right here. But it is what it is. Let's just try it. Tapping back in there. Just waiting for this to close down so I can mark this as a breaker. Yep, hard stop still set though. If we do push back up, I'm not gonna hard stop has to be on for this one for sure. We might get blasted through if we just swept internals, and we're still very bullish. $15. Yeah, not looking the greatest right now. My second part would be scaling in if we get this breaker. This is my first ad. If we get this breaker, I'll add, and then we'll try to play for this swing a little above. I'm likely gonna get stopped right here on the first ad. Because we already got a few taps on this retrace. I do not want it to continue retracing back up, so it's not the cleanest anymore. Let's see if we can stop. I wanted to go for a big day for my take profit, but this is what I have for this. I added a little bit bad 2 stop orders in if we hit 70s. Just go for bigger size of these accounts because it's like more scalable. My Apex barely has size on right now. I'm not loving this too much because it should have ran back up. I'm considering closing this very soon if we don't consolidate here. Tried, really tried for decent setup. And here we go. Stop. 15 points. Love to see it. Yeah, I had first ads for an Apex. I would have doubled the size, or maybe like if I had 3 contracts, first one would be the chain state delivery. If we had a closure through this here, which we did, if we get a closure through this low, I still anticipate it as long as this is holding. Then I would have added more, but let's see. It just wicked it too. This time we're gonna wait for closure. Even this 30-second here was still holding, right? So that's the problem. We just have internals. We should have really considered a strong closure. Flipping the 38-second as well that's been holding, and that also validated the breaker. So we get a move here down and flip this, get the breaker in. That would have been a pretty valid setup there. And then I could put my stop above, not even above the high, but I could have done it maybe tighter even. Very similar trade we took yesterday. This time it didn't play out in my favor. But yeah, 15-point stop. I'm still looking to see if this trade could validate, but yeah, damn. Missed the long and played a short that failed. Stop was tight though, which is good. That's the wick there. And you've just been so aggressive. Just holding perfectly. You see ES too. ES just doesn't want to even flip anywhere. So I will give it one more jab if we have validation before the stream ends. If not, that's going to be wrapping up today, which would be a red day for me. Even though I was green in Asia, but damn. Kind of gave back red for PM more so. Really pushing here. Hey, there's been one grind up. You still trade Asia? We traded Asia last night, yeah. Yeah, this time I need to see a strong closure. There's no other way this time. And it will likely be off of this strong closure here, which would validate that bearish down close. So you would need something like this. It'd be a very similar setup. Give it another jab this time. Maybe this one works. If it does work, we could really play aggressive here. You trade Asia the same way you trade PM. It's similar. It's very similar, but like the way that price delivery different, so you gotta adapt to it. That's like I guess the only difference I would kind of mention. Golly, this is still just pushing higher and higher. I had the right narrative though. We stayed bullish here. Sweeping turtles. Retrace basically. Look for longs to drive higher and let that play out, and then we would only flip if we had the short bias that confirmed. And so far today, like this move up, no short bias confirmed. It's gonna flip. I mean, that's what I'm waiting for too. I'm gonna give another shot if we can get a flip like this. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned, baby. Because we took 15 points on the first ad, not even the full ad yet. It would have been much greater a hit if we took it on, if this closed and I got a second ad here. That'd been two sizing and it'll hurt much more. Wait, so when does Tesla report earnings? You guys are talking about Tesla report. I didn't really think about it, but I mean, I don't think it would affect my strategy in this either, whether Tesla report earnings or not. This is so very, very bullish, man. Disgusting. I need long setups I could consider. No validation this time. Perfectly fine with that. Ooh, that was a large wick. There's a really large wick there. Where'd that come from? We wicked up to the 15-minute here. Still questioning if we can see validation. We just need a good closure. I think this plays out because we have just so many liquidity being built up where I find it hard to believe where we would not get a nice close. Tesla's after hours, I think I was swinging one mini one way and another. What? 410, okay, 410. Is that good for evals? I do have some Apex that I need to do before it's too late. So let me know if it's good for evals. If it's volatile enough. Does anyone remember? Why isn't that dumping? Yo, it's not dumping because we haven't got any confirmation so far. We've just been grinding up. If that's what you're asking for NQ. We really need confirmation for this to play out. And when it doesn't give you confirmation, it's just pretty much gonna mess with you. I wonder what the midpoint of this wick is. Oh, we're actually approaching the midpoint right now. Oh, we are at the midpoint already. My bad. Okay. This has been one grind up, man. We've just been witnessing one large fat grind up. Chat, you guys think it's gonna break anytime soon or no? You think it's gonna be too late? This is just grinding up every inch, man. I want to see if we can get one more job if we have validation, but it's like we're closing it very tight right now, and I don't even know anymore. I want to try for it, but it'll be too late. It's kind of impressive how well it's holding on the move up, though. Yeah, look at this. This is the breaker, the entry of the highlighting the stream right now. Breaker, unicorn here, fair value gap inside, played for upside. That was literally the highlight. Nothing can say otherwise. when you trade from 3 to 4, it just gets, like this power hour, it gets very tricky. Very volatile too. I want to only put 2 hours in. What a fat grind up though, man. That's all I could say. This is the largest grind up. Alright, we're likely to do the giveaway. I've been forgetting. Where we at for likes, guys? Just came a little late on the stream today. Only 191. Like the stream and comment your YouTube username one time, chat. It's kind of too late to like the stream now. I'm just gonna wrap up and just wrap it up. I'll be in the Discord to see if there's anything that can confirm this. I think me just sitting here makes it more like trying to force it when I should just let it play out. But we had a lot of users online today. That was more than I remember. I wanted to give you guys a good trade, but -15 a day, that's all I gave. Unless we can get a last minute validation. I'll give you guys another minute here, and then we'll choose. Why do I feel like this is gonna break now? What can I see here? Let's pick the giveaway. I'm gonna try to look at charts after. Our giveaway winner today is SSV1797. If that's you, okay, yes, you, okay. Yeah, just make a ticket on our Discord. And we'll wrap this up, guys. I'm gonna be in Discord. If I can see something from here, I'll try to share it. Or we'll be in Desi and Brian. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or Asia tonight. If Asia's good, we're gonna also be trading Asia tonight. We traded Asia the last 2 days. It worked out well. Alright, I'll see you guys.